Hello, it's Juliana here, and I want to do a quick review on a doll that I thrifted, as well as talk about my history with the Room High line, as well as the Poopsie Sign Surprise line before it. So, starting off with the review, this is a Rainbow Dream doll that I thrifted a few months ago. I'm sure you can tell from her face. She was like the inspiration for Amaya. And I do not have a series to Amaya to compare her to, so here is my fantastic fashion Amaya. But yeah, these dolls were basically like modern Rainbow High dolls, except they had painted on eyes, were much bigger, had less articulation. Many of them even had tattoos even. Like, look at this. Like, that's crazy. Then, of course, the gimmicks with the skirts and bottoms and shoes were the fact that they could put slime in these. While this doll is not complete, I don't mind showing her, honestly, because she was a really interesting find, and I'm glad I rescued her from that Goodwill. And I'm sure you can tell from her hair blend that this is series 2 Amaya's hair blend. And this hair is really soft as well. It washed really nicely, and I'm really happy I picked her up and gave her a chance. And with us today, I also have my oldest Rainbow High doll, my Series 1 Ruby, all the way from 2020. I got her pretty early in the release of the Rainbow High line, because I was looking for Poppy at my Walmart, but I couldn't find any Poppies, so I just decided to get Ruby, my first Rainbow High doll, all the way back then. But here's my Series 1 Ruby. Oh yeah, and here is her height next to a Welly Wishers doll. I kind of thought the Welly Wishers doll a little bit levitated because she's wearing heeled boots, so she's kind of cheating. That. But anyways, I want to talk about my initial impressions of the High line throughout its whole timeline. So starting with the Poopsie brand. I was one of those people who would look at reviews of the Poopsie line and just question everything about it. I mainly collected Mattel dolls at the time. I was a total Monster High fan. So to me, any line that wasn't Monster High or that or something like that, I kind of questioned be forget even thinking about getting. My first exposure in years to MGA dolls was with the LOL OMG dolls. Because while I wasn't the biggest fan of the Tots, I thought some of the bigger dolls looked good. I liked the fashions. I liked the quality of them. And yeah, now I do have several LOL OMG dolls, because that in itself is a great line. But the Poopsie line, on the other hand, that was out at a similar time, that was where I questioned it. While the big dolls did not look the worst, I felt like these dolls were overpriced for blind box items at the time, and the unicorns that came before them. I thought that the unicorns and all the little blind boxes with the unicorn slime stuff was just so gross and ridiculous. If anyone has seen the Moist Critical review, I'm sure you know how negatively, a lot of people saw the Poopsie unicorns, the original ones. I have never bought any of them, and I know that they're more expensive on the secondhand market due to their kind of infamy with the toy community. But yeah, the Pootie Time Surprise unicorns didn't have the best reputation. People thought, I feel like a lot of people, especially doll collectors, had the impression that like they were weird. The gimmick was just unusual. And I know that even people outside of the doll community have a very negative opinion on the Poopsie Science Prize unicorn specifically. And why do I'm talking about the unicorns? Well, personally, I feel like the Poopsie Science Prize dolls were a huge step up in the line's evolution. Like, these dolls really are not bad at all compared to the unicorns. Like, they're cute, even if they were overpriced at the time they were originally released. They are cute. They are substantial. You can hold them and brush their hair, and they'll maintain their quality. You can do whatever the slime gimmick stuff and still figure out how to get the slime out of their clothes and all that. And at the time, when these were on store shelves, I did not buy them, but like, I feel happy I thrifted this one because I feel like she is a really great find and a really cool piece of Rainbow High history to own. And then comes the beautiful evolution that totally transformed my whole opinion on them. Like, why I thought, oh, these are okay, but not worth it. I saw the leaks for Rainbow High and I was wowed. The clothing quality looked great. They came with 2 outfits. And whenever I got like my series when Ruby soon after like Rainbow High started releasing in stores near me, and it was like and I got this doll in like literally like 2020. Like I think just 1 or 2 weeks after like people started posting about like finding them online. I was wowed by her quality. Like, and I was looking for Poppy at the time, but I did settle on Ruby because I do like her hair color. I like the purple eyes. Like, she's a gorgeous doll in her own right. And while she is wearing some pieces that weren't originally her, that didn't originally come with her, she's a wonderful doll who came with a really amazing fashions, and I was just wowed. Like at the time when I got her, I felt like Rainbow High was even a step up above LOL OMG. Like whatever amazing quality I encountered with LOL OMG, it was multiplied with Rainbow High. Like these dolls, they're wonderful base dolls. They have really, really good makeup, really detailed faces and all that. And the fashions were just incredible for the time of their release. And then Rainbow High continued to shine bright and thrive. And I started getting more and more into it. Like one doll I got that made me wonder if this was the best Rainbow High doll ever. Was Emmy. Like Emmy was my favorite before I got my girls, and yeah. Like she was a favorite for a while. Cause like let's just say when with Rainbow High, like I was wondering, like, okay, Emmy's kind of goth. She's cool. I like her. She's gorgeous. Like I was not expecting them to go more goth than this. But they did. And then I fell in love with my little NNV. But yeah, Rainbow High is for a while was a doll line that was just getting better and better, whether or not the dolls matched my personal aesthetic or not. Like, I just fell in love with it. I wanted to collect as many of them as possible, especially Shadow High, especially any Rainbow High dolls that were goth and beautiful and just amazing like that. Maybe that's why it hit so hard for me when the rebrand happened. Because I was so used to this incredible quality and these incredible dolls coming out that I didn't expect for them to basically like revert back to the poopsie stuff, back to those gimmicks. And something that I believe with the rebrand is I feel like it would have been more successful. Like, if these dolls had come out right after these dolls did, there wouldn't have been a problem. These would have been a step up above these. But compared to the original Rainbow High Series 1 dolls even, these were a step down. And that is something that upset me about the rebrand. Like, why did they have to take a step down with the quality and, like, add more gimmicks? I mean, the quality didn't really suffer, but adding more gimmicks did make the dolls feel, like, less like fashion dolls, more gimmicky, like before. And it just felt ironic to me because a lot of people, including myself, fell in love with the Rainbow High brand because it was a beautiful fashion doll line. It was a fashion doll line first and foremost. It wasn't about gimmicks or any of that. And considering trajectory of the rebrand, and that there seemed to be the occasional line that like still has the slime gimmick and like the leg gimmicks and stuff, I really have hope that Rainbow High can get back to how it was before. Especially with the release of the like Shadow High collector dolls. I will be getting those and reviewing them on my channel ASAP because I really want to experience them in person and experience the magic that really made me fall in love with like Rainbow High and like in Shadow High and all that. And I know sometimes I seem really overly negative with my opinion on Rainbow High, but it's because this doll line is special and precious to me and is a huge comfort for me, and I want to see it thrive. And I never, ever want to see any gimmicks in it go back to the poopsie unicorn era, because that would just be heartbreaking. But yeah, thanks to Rainbow High, my opinion on MGA and its doll lines was completely transformed. Like, I love these dolls. I love the creativity and the quality and with them and just everything about them. And I want to see Rainbow High get to that point again. I want to see it shine bright without having to rely on gimmicks. I guess I just wanted to talk about this mysterious audience, you know? But yeah, Rainbow High is a beautiful, powerful line that was able to make me go from questioning the existence of the poopsie unicorns to falling head over heels in love with it. Let's hope that MGA can bring that quality forward into the future of the line. And like return Rim High to what it was before. Whether it's the dolls or the show. And to anyone here watching this review or like listening to my little talk, thank you. I intensely appreciate it.